Hey guys, welcome to Jurassic Room. I don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm going to be doing this video. Sorry if I got a bit of a glare there, but we are going to be doing the second reading of the Tom's Comics Jurassic Park series. Sorry guys, it's taken so long for me to get to this, but let's begin. As you can see, we got, let me lower the camera, we'll check out the photo here. We've got, I forget what this means, this code here. We got Jerry Harding, it looks like. We got Donald Gennaro, this looks like Lex. We got Dennis Nedry. We have John Hammond, Ian Malcolm. This looks like Tim, Alan, and, oh, yeah, Ian, I think I said Ian. And Ellie Sattler. And some of these other people I don't really recognize. Let's see, I think. Oh, yeah, there's Muldoon up here. I didn't really recognize that until a while back. And then this guy, I think he's got to get seen by the Raptors. But we got the Special Collector's Edition, Jurassic Park, Walter Simpson's Raptor Trading Card, Jurassic Park, 2 of 4, $2.95 in US, $3.75 in Canada. And that's all we got here, especially with this Raptor right here in the front. Written by Simpson Kane Perez. Okay. I want to find an Amber Chrome edition of these comics. And this is the same thing as in the first comic, so if you want to check that, check out the first reading, and we will get on with this. So here's a full body shot of this, and you can pause it if you want to try and read it a little bit, and I will go ahead and read it, and I'll zoom in when I'm done on each of these pages so y'all can read them too. All about them, the forest whispered softly with the sounds of the wind of unseen birds, and of creatures great and small, the like of which had not been seen upon this earth for countless millennia. Towering above the humans, the brachiosaurs continue to graze among the treetops, undisturbed by the intense excitement it had caused below. I don't believe it. It's real, Dr. Grant. You want to go pet it. Hammond, you did it, you crazy... I'm not going to say that. You did it. You did it. I never doubted that I would, Malcolm. So, skepticism is your department. I'm going to have to start saying the characters' names before I read them off. That's a dinosaur. And here we got the second page here. Y'all can enjoy that for a second. Muldoon. Are they, Hammond? Herbivores, relax now, they eat plants, not lawyers, but if we are lucky, it could still step on you. Ellie. Look at the movement, Alan. You were right, Alan. Agility, it's... Back to Ellie. How many people know about this? Hammond back. A few dozen consultants around the world, Dr. Sattler. I'll move on to page 2. Pause if you want to read it. Go on to this page here. Okay. Hammond. Most know they're part of the story, but not the whole picture. Back to Ellie. This is like a knockout punch for the warm-bloodedness we can just... Back to Alan. Tear up the rule book, Ellie. Back to Alan. It doesn't apply. They're totally wrong. Those guys like... And back to Ellie. The guy with the hair thing at Yale, you know. Back to Alan. Yeah, Aaron. Oh, Aaron. Back to Ellie. Mitchell, that jerk, I'd love to get him down here and watch him eat every one of those smug. Don't know what comes next, but we'll continue down here. That thing's got a 30-foot neck. That's it. Case closed. This thing doesn't live in a swamp to support its body weight, for Lord's sake. Back to Alan. And you're going to sit there and try to tell me it can push blood up a 30-foot column? Back to Ellie. Just look at it running around like a rhino, for crying out loud. Back to Alan. Without a 4-chambered heart and get a... Without a 4-chambered heart and get around like that? Are you kidding? Then, yeah. How fast is it? And now over here. We clocked a T-Rex at 32 miles an hour. I knew it. You got a T-Rex? He's got a T-Rex. Let's go look at it, says Malcolm. Relax. There'll be plenty of time this noon. We go on to see the brachiosaurs in this grazing area. Not the best art, however, it's still enjoyable. Look, do you? It's absolutely, look at the way they are herding. They do move in herds. We were right, Alan. I needed you to be right. That's why I backed you both. We designed this place with your work on habitat restriction in mind. Feel free to mention that in your endorsement. How do you do it? Come on, I'll show you. Oh, we're gonna make a fortune out of this park. Oh, sorry. Oh, we are gonna make a fortune with this park. A fortune! Hammond, you crazy. I'm not gonna say that. So, just pause if you want to read it, guys. And, sorry, I'm so used to watching the movie, I keep on second-guessing myself with the lines. So, I'm gonna continue. And a little farther on, this is the visitor center. Of course, there's still a great deal of work to be done, but we've made wonderful progress in less time than you can imagine. Incredible! Oh, I don't believe it. This will be the centerpiece of the rotunda. A confrontation between a Tyrannosaurus and a sauropod, as you can only once imagine it. Now we have merely to step outside, and the imagination is completely outstripped. Next page. In the most advanced amusement park in the world, combining all the latest technologies, and I'm not talking about just rides. Everybody has rides. We've made living biological attractions so astounding, they'll capture the imagination of the entire world. In the movie says planet. What are you thinking, Alan? You and me, Ellie? I'm thinking we're out of a job. Don't you mean extinct? Alright. A few moments later, in a 50-seat auditorium, the tour guests will all start here in the pre-show room. Hello, John. Oh crap, I've got lines. I'm not going to say that. Fine, I guess, but how did I get here? Oh, here, let me show you. First, I'll need a drop of blood. Your blood. Ouch! That hurts, John. Remind me not to use Hammond as my doctor. Shh! Relax, John. It's all part of the miracle of cloning. Cloning from what? What is that? Loy extraction has never recreated an intact DNA strand. So pause if you want to read that, guys. Alrighty. Not without massive sequence gaps. Paleo DNA from what source? Where do you get 100 million year old dinosaur blood? Hello, or hey, Mr. DNA, where'd you come from? Howdy, I came from your blood. Just one drop of blood contains billions of strands of DNA, the building blocks of life. Mr. DNA is from Texas. Kids love cowboys. A DNA strand like me is a blueprint for building a living thing, and sometimes animals that went extinct millions of years ago, like dinosaurs, left blueprints behind for us to find. If we know where to look. 100 million years ago, there were mosquitoes, and just like today, they fed on the blood of animals, even dinosaurs. Sorry, that was just the fakest Texas accent in the movie, and I got somewhat of a country accent. I'm trying to go along with this. Actually, I was born in Florida, so I don't have an accent traditionally. Okay, so sometimes after biting a dinosaur, the mosquito would land on the branch of a tree and get stuck in the sap. After a long time, the tree sap would get hard and become fossilized just like a dinosaur bone, preserving the mosquito inside. This fossilized tree sap, which we called amber, waited for millions of years with the mosquito inside, until Jurassic Park came along. Using sophisticated techniques, they extracted preserved blood from the mosquito and, bingo, dino DNA. The full DNA strand contains 3 billion genetic codes. If we looked at the individual codes once a second for 8 hours a day, it will take 2 years to look at the entire DNA strand. It's that long. I got that from the movie. And because it's so old, it's full of holes. That's where our geneticists take over. Alright. Supercomputers and gene sequences break down the strand in minutes. Since most animal DNA is 90% identical, we use the complete DNA strand of a frog to fill in the holes and complete the code. Phew! And virtual reality displays... Oh, I'm sorry. And virtual... Let me get back to the beginning real quick. And virtual reality displays show our geneticists the gaps in the DNA sequence. Now, we can make a baby dinosaur. Now there's some dramatic music, da-dum-dum-da-dum-da, a march or something. It's not written yet, and the tour moves on. Hey! Ouch, my knees! That's supposed to happen, it's for your own... That's supposed to happen, it's for your own good, safety. Relax, it's kind of a ride. Alright. Mr. DNA again. We're moving fast past the genetics and fertilization lab. Our fertilization department is where the dinosaur DNA is placed in unfertilized emu or ostrich eggs, and then it's on to the nursery where we welcome the dinosaurs back into the world. Just trying to make sure y'all can read it fine. Alright. Wait a minute. How do you interrupt the cellular mitosis? Hammond, can't we see the unfertilized eggs? Our control room contains some of the most sophisticated automation ever attempted in. We need a closer look. Come on, let's get out of here. Everyone gets out. Alright, on to this page. Oh, sorry. This isn't a tourist area. It's alright. They got Raymond's okay. Oh, wonderful. I hope they'd hatch before I had to leave for the boat. My God, look! Henry, why didn't you tell me? You know I insist on being here when they're born, so they imprint on me. It helps them trust me. I've been present for the birth of every animal on the island. Surely not the ones that have been bred in the wild. Oh, they can't breed in the wild. Population control is a security precaution. Is one of our security precautions. There is no unauthorized breeding in Jurassic Park. Or in the comic he says there's no unauthorized breeding here. In the movie he says Jurassic Park, and that's from Henry Wu. Isn't she the most beautiful thing you ever saw? How do you know they can't breed? Tell him, Henry. Dr. Wu is our chief geneticist. Because all the animals in Jurassic Park are females, we engineered them that way. But, how do you know they're all female? Who, checks? All vertebrate embryos are inherently female anyway. We simply deny the developing embryo the hormone needed to create a male. What are you grunting at? The kind of control you're attempting is flatly impossible. If there's one thing the history of evolution has taught us, it's that life will not be contained. It breaks free, perhaps even dangerously. You think population composed entirely of female animals will breed? I'm simply saying that life finds a way. Alright, next page. Dr. Wu, what species is this? It's, Velociraptor, Dr. Grant. Oh no, Alan. You bred raptors? Where are they? We plan to show you the raptors later after lunch, Dr. Grant. What's going on here? They're being fed, I think. Steve, our cook, put together a fine menu for you, a Chilean sea bass. Shall we? Alright, make sure y'all can read all that. Hopefully I did that good. God. Fantastical animals, aren't they? Or fantastic animals, aren't they fascinating? Given time, they're going to outdraw the T-Rex, I guarantee it. Can we get closer? Can we look at them? Yeah. Alan, they're not bones anymore. We're still perfecting a viewing system. The raptors seem to be a bit resistant to integration into a park setting. They should all be destroyed. I beg your pardon? Next page. Barbara Muldoon was my game warden in Kenya. Bit of an alarmist, I'm afraid. But he knows the raptors. What kind of metabolisms do they have? What's their growth rate? They're lethal at 8 months, and I do mean lethal. Fast? Cheetah speed? 50, 60 miles an hour in the open. Do they show intelligence? With a brain cavity like theirs, we assumed they show extreme intelligence. Problem solving, especially the big one. I'll make sure y'all can read all that. Alright. Yes, which is why we've taken extreme precautions. The viewing area will have 8-inch tempered glass set in reinforced steel frames we bred 8 originally, but when the big one arrived, she took over the pride and killed all the 2 of the others. That one, when she's looking at you, you can see she's thinking. That's why we had to feed them like this. This way. She had them attacking the fences when the feeders came. But the fences are electrified though, right? They never attacked the same place twice. They were testing for weaknesses systematically. They remembered. So, who's hungry? None of these attractions are ready yet. The park will open for the basic tour you're about to take, and other rides will come online 6-12 months after that. Absolutely spectacular design, spared no expense. Make sure y'all can read all this. Alrighty. Try the ice cream wonderful. I personally tested all 24 flavors. And we can charge anything we want. $2,000 a day, $10,000 a day, and people will pay it. And the merchandising. Donald, this park was not built to cater only to the super rich. Everyone in the world's got a right to enjoy these animals. Sure, they will. We'll have a coupon day or something. The revenue streams should reach 8 to 9 billion a year. I've never been a rich man. I hear it's nice. Is it nice? The lack of humility before nature that has been displayed here staggers me. Thank you, Dr. Malcolm, but I think things are a little different than you had feared. Yes, they are. They're far worse. Alright, make sure y'all can read all that. Now, wait a second. We haven't even seen the park yet. Let's just hold our concerns until... Don't you see the danger here? Genetic power is the most awesome force this planet has ever seen, but you wield it like a child with his father's gun. It's hardly appropriate to start hurling generalizations before... The problem with the scientific power you've used is that you simply read what others did and took the next step. You haven't earned the knowledge yourself, so you use it without responsibility. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could so you could sell it. I got that from the movie. Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they didn't stop to think that they should. But this is nature. Why not give an extinct species a second chance? Because the species already had their shot and lost. What you are doing here is no less than the rape of the natural world. The question is, what don't you know about an extinct organism? Some of the plants you've placed here in your restaurant are poisonous. You picked them for beauty, but they are well defended, possibly aggressive living things. Next page. Dr. Grant, if there's one person who can appreciate, I feel elated and frightened, and the world has just changed radically. Dinosaurs and man, separated by 65 million years of evolution, have been suddenly thrown into the mix together. How can we have the faintest idea of what to expect? I expected you to defend against these guys, and the only one I've got on my side is the blood-sucking lawyer. Oh, thanks, John. Suddenly from the outside, the sound of a horn honking. Tim and Alex are here. Is it Alex or Alex, if you pronounce it like a girl's name? Who? You four are going to have a little company out in the park. Spend a little time with our target audience. Grandpa! Kids. Maybe they'll help you get into the spirit of the place. Have a heart, gentlemen. Their parents are getting a divorce, and they need a diversion. Hi, Dr. Grant. I read your book. Oh, that's great. Hello, Lex. I'm Ellie. And I'll let y'all read that. Alrighty. Do you really think dinosaurs turned into birds, and that's where the dinosaurs went? Well, a few species may have evolved along those lines. 2 to 4 passengers to a car, please. Children under 10 must be accompanied, because they sure don't look like birds to me. I heard a meteor hit the Earth and made like this 100-mile crater down in Mexico or someplace. Which car are you planning on? Dad, gummit, the flash turned off. I'm sorry, guys. I hate when that happens. And I don't intend on, editing it right now, so might as well just zoom in on each page right now so y'all can properly enjoy this video. Dadgummit, come on. Don't want to hold it in place like that forever. But anyway. I'll ride with Dr. Sattler. What? Ellie said we should ride with you because it'd be good for you. She is a deeply neurotic woman, and that changed the weather. And my teacher told me about this other book by a guy named Backer, and he said, hey, there's no steering wheel. Move on to the next page. They're electric cars, guided by a track in the roadway. Totally non-polluting, top-of-the-line, spare no expense. Have fun, I'll be watching you from control. National Weather Service is tracking a tropical storm line about 75 miles west of us. Oh, for pity's sake, why didn't I build in Orlando? I'll keep an eye on it. Maybe it'll swing south like the last one. Good, alright. Ray, start the program. Hold on to your butts. Welcome to Jurassic Park. You are now entering the lost world of the prehistoric past. A world. Hold on. In the next reading, I'll be sure to zoom in on each of the pages like this. Hey, what's wrong with our car? There's no sound. It's an interactive CD-ROM. See, you just touched the right part of the screen. Creatures long gone from the face of the earth. I'm a hacker. Lex is a computer nerd. Ha. Or, different way to interpret it. Anyway, here we go. This is Hammond at Control. Just wanted to... Okay, there we go. I can let go of it. This is Hammond at Control. Just wanted to let you know that's James Earl Jones narrating the Spare No Expense. Now, I want to say something else. James Earl Jones was actually supposed to be the narrator in the first film, and then they changed it for, who was it? Hold on. Richard Kiley. If you look to the right, you'll see the herd of the first dinosaurs on our tour, called Dilophosaurus. And James Earl Jones ended up narrating the making of Jurassic Park back in the 90s. One of the earliest carnivores, we now know Dilophosaurus is actually poisonous, spitting its venom at its prey, causing blindness and eventually paralysis, allowing the carnivore to eat at its leisure. This makes Dilophosaurus a beautiful but deadly addition to Jurassic Park. There's nothing there. Here we go. Vehicle headlights are on, running off the car batteries. Number 51 on today's glitch list, and the computer still isn't on its feet yet. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Okay, I'm good. Dennis, our lives are in your hands, and you have butterfingers? I am totally appreciated in my time. Do you know anybody who can debug 2 million lines of code for what I bid for this job? I'm sorry about your financial problems, I really am, but they are your problems. Right, you're right, John. Everything's my problem. I'll debug the Tor program when they get back, okay? It'll eat a lot of computer cycles. Parts of the system may go down for a while. Alright. Quiet. They're coming into the Tyrannosaur paddock. Let me raise it up just a little bit. There we go. Darn it. Come on. Oh, darn. Hold on. Perfect. The mighty Tyrannosaurs arose late in the dinosaurs' history. Dinosaurs ruled the Earth for 120 million years, but it wasn't until the last... Turn that off, will you? Look, they're trying to tempt the Rex. That's right here. And next page. God creates dinosaurs. God destroys dinosaurs. God creates man. Man destroys God. Man creates dinosaurs. Dinosaurs eat man. Women inherit the earth. Oh, brother. What's going to happen to the goat? He's going to eat the goat? Excellent. What's the matter, kid? You never had lamb chops? I happen to be a vegetarian. T-Rex doesn't want to be fed. He wants to hunt. We're moving again. Now, eventually, they do plan to have dinosaurs on the dinosaur tour, right? No. No wonder Hammond doesn't like you. It's merely the essence of chaos. The Rex obeys no set patterns or park schedules. I'm still not clear on chaos. It deals with the unpredictability of complex systems such as this one. It can't be managed as John is trying to do, not even here. This is stupid. We can't see anything from here. Alan! See, I'm right again. No one could have predicted Dr. Grant would bolt from the vehicle. He's always doing that sort of thing. It must be part of his charm. Alan! There's another example. Hey, I want to go with them. See here, I am now by myself, talking to myself. That's chaos theory. Stop the program. I told you we need locking mechanisms on the vehicle doors. That was... Well, didn't really said that in the original movie. Here we go, last page. Darn it, come on. So like I was saying, there's this other book by a guy named Backer, and he said dinosaurs died of a bunch of diseases. He definitely didn't say they turned into birds. Anybody else think we shouldn't be out here? Anybody at all? Feel free to speak up. Too late, Mr. Gennaro. Chaos strikes again. Incredible! It's a Triceratops! Cool! The end of part 2. So guys, I'm sorry that the flash turned off on this stupid thing again. Next time I think I'll just edit it out and we'll continue when the flash gets up again. But if you want to read whatever this is, you know, just go ahead and read it. I always flash through these so y'all can read them. And I will just take this off the stand and we'll do it like this and y'all can just read it, you know. Just pause that if you want to read it. Oh, darn, I don't want to rip this thing anymore. It's already ripped. If you don't know what the beginning says, there you go. says size. I found that confusing for a minute. Hold on a second. Alright, so there's that. We'll move on to this one. I already did this in the last one, but if you want to read it, then just pause it. Then there's the Star Wars thing right there. There you go, and that's the last bit. Then you got back here, you got this. Read if you want. I always try to get all this. Dadgummit, come on. I don't know why I do this, but go ahead and read if you want to. Spider-Man T2. But anyway, guys, that's the last of it. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. I'll be sure to try and get these videos a little better as I go forward. And put my cookies down there. Hold on. Let me get the thing out, and I'll get the next book out real quick, and I'll show y'all real quick. Next week, we'll be doing this baby, Jurassic Park number 3. That'll be next week's one. Technically, I might just do it tomorrow. Anyway, guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Hope you all enjoyed this. And see y'all guys in the next video.